Get a drink. Get a drink. 2 minutes. Just get a drink. Get a drink. Take 2 seconds. Get a drink.
Suns Game Time is sponsored by FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Make every moment more. And by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Turn up the heat in this valley with the Phoenix Suns fandom card by Gila River Resorts and Casinos.
Phoenix Suns' path to the play-in. Suns opponents have won 62% of their games. The teams remaining on the schedule. The Kings, we talked about them. They've lost 7 of 8. Taking on the Hornets tonight in Charlotte, then at Cleveland, at Detroit. We're really keeping a close eye on the Kings right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to. I mean, this team needs to pay attention to detail, take one at a time. But Sacramento's reeling, and their schedule's pretty darn tough too. So that'll be it. Dallas will be the opponent.
All right, let's see if there are any branches left.
Well, this isn't really going on in a branch, by the way.
JC, I'm talking about Celtics threes.
Oh my goodness!
Now remember, they hit 7 in the first 4 minutes of the game here in Phoenix 9 days ago.
Oh, I've seen them break the record how many times this year with 22, 24, 28, whatever it is. But they're going to shoot.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day. Because I sure am. It's a day that the Suns play. So that means it's a good day until it isn't, you know. Until it inevitably isn't.
Which is that one Celtic that's going to hit.
But hey, let's have fun. Honestly, that Bucks game the other night, I kind of had fun. Because like at the beginning I wasn't, and then we kind of caught back up, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm having fun. So we lost, but like, I still kind of had fun.
I would do it too, but I'm going to Kristaps.
How about this? Tatum, Pritchard, and Derek White have a chance to become the most lethal three-point trio in NBA history, surpassing the Warriors of a couple years ago with Steph, Clay, and Poole.
Well, if you had them all in there, they got to be the most ever. If you had Porzingis and Horford and now Drew shooting them, and Hauser you're talking about. I mean,
we're just talking about their top 3. And if they keep up their average, they will surpass those Warriors.
Oh, my goodness.
Beal is back along with Book in Boston. Coming up next.
Milwaukee Bucks in the midst of a 4-game losing streak, taking on an injury-riddled Phoenix Suns team playing without Kevin Durant. He sprained his ankle. He'll be out for a while. We start you off with the first. Giannis working his way along the baseline and throwing down the jam with the left. There's another look at that. Then Giannis driving and.
But yeah, we got Bradley Beal back tonight.
Getting it done early on.
This game is in Boston. It's an away game.
Connecting on the 3 and draws.
I think it's our final away game of the year. I don't know. I think it's our final Eastern Conference game of the year.
Lopez working on a smaller defender and then fading away from the free throw.
Oh no, we play the Knicks on Sunday.
Bucks back up by 9. Colin Gillespie.
And then, yeah, Warriors we play on Tuesday. And Thunder we play on Wednesday.
Later, Giannis.
Spurs we play on Friday. And then Saturday we play the Kings. Or next Sunday, sorry, we play the Kings. Next Saturday there's actually no games.
In transition, Giannis. Over to Prince for the 3. Then Giannis spinning and scoring on the lamp and drawing the foul. He missed the free throw. Then Giannis with a finger roll. This comes up a 20-2 Milwaukee run, and you see they're up by 18 after that one gently drops in. Ryan Rollins now hitting a 3 here. Milwaukee goes up by 21. Dame enjoying this as Lillard watches his teammates take control. Suns trying to hang in. Grayson Allen gets a 3. Then in transition, Gillespie to Devin Booker for the layup. And the lead is.
How the hell is everybody doing tonight?
With 4 minutes to go. And Giannis with the youth to Brook Lopez, and the Bucks break a franchise record for field goal percentage. They shot 69% in this game. That's the highest an NBA team has shot in a game this century. They win it by 10.
All right, this time you put it layup. Let's go. Guard up.
Really? Why don't you just watch it on NBA League Pass?
They're giving me every angle.
Yeah, I see that, but okay. You get multi-view and multiple angles.
What about local language streams? Show 'em, son.
Yeah, they got that too.
Well, kids, we'll remember this day.
Nothing like watching league pass with the family,
Next stop on this eastern swing is a city often referred to as the Hub, better known as Boston, and the home of the defending champs, as Phoenix looks to get right in their desperate push for the play-in. It's the Suns and the Celtics here on Arizona's Family Sports. Well, welcome in. It's a Friday Night Hoops gang. Glad you could join us. I got the smooth shooter, Eddie Johnson. I'm Kevin Ray. We'll check in with the man of Blue Grad here shortly. Well, certainly we've talked so much about the schedule each. Doesn't get any easier. Tough night in Milwaukee the other night. No Kevin Durant, no Bradley Beal in. Devin Booker doing all he could, going ultra aggressive in that game.
Yeah, he really did, and we expect that from Devin. I mean, it's not a shock. Obviously, he's had to make some adjustments with KD and Bradley Beal and the team, and each of those guys have had to make their total adjustments. But when one is left alone, you see what they can do. And Devin, again, showed what a tremendously gifted offensive player he is. And look, now we're back in a place where, you know, I saw him a number of years ago as I called the game, drop 70. I'm not asking for 70, but I'm asking for a heck of a game against these Boston Celtics if the Suns want a chance.
Yeah, the good news is you'll get one of those guys back, being Bradley Beal, having been sidelined for 8 games.
Red Sox have a new home run celebration. I haven't even seen it yet.
Impact the Suns offensively as well. Meantime, we talked about this Celtics
Well,
team.
I mean, I watched
You know
yesterday's
all
game,
season
so
long, and they hit the Suns
they hit
last
home
week.
runs
It was
yesterday.
truly a Boston three-party, an early barrage coming to that opening quarter.
When they're doing that,
But the starting lineup for tonight's game, Bradley Beal is back. Kevin Durant is still out, so Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Ryan Dunn, Royce O'Neal, and Osa Iguodala is the starting five.
45 to 53s every night.
I like Oso in the starting lineup. I think he's pretty good.
And that's what the Suns have to do if they're going to get a win here. Unfortunately, the Celtics just lost their last home game, so they can't be too happy. But the Suns know the recipe to try to beat this team, and it's going to take 48 minutes.
Yeah, got to get on those three-point shooters. This Celtics team, by the way, just 8 made threes from a new NBA record for made threes in a season currently held by Golden State. Well, the Phoenix point guard duo of Conley Gillespie and Tyus Jones showed their effectiveness Tuesday in Milwaukee, combining for 34 points and going 8 of 14 from distance. They'll need to bring that same attacking mentality tonight as they look to snap their slide and sting the defending champs with back-to-back home losses. It's the Suns and Celtics next on Arizona's Family Sports.
Good evening, Celtics fans, and welcome to the Garden as tonight's NBA game between the Phoenix Suns.
Try to do a better job keeping them out of our paint. Hey, we're here. We're here when we contest. We're not reaching on anything, all right? Let's take our time down there, all right? We can get whatever we want. Let's take our time.
James with the screen. Clear off the side for LeBron. He spins, pulls, and there it is.
Hey, that's 10 for 17 from 3. Get the attempts down. Don't fall in love with the fact that we're shooting so well. Expect that to change. Make sure we fall in love with all the other things that matter more.
Challenge by Dunn, spins away from him. Elevates, throws it down.
you ain't gonna do is stop fighting. Keep fighting.
Great defense by DeRozan denying SGA. Here comes the on-man break. Murray another time.
Hey, come on, we got Missouri. We got 10 games worth of players. We got to start playing real basketball. Starts with you. You go, we go as you go.
Here's Mitchell. It's about a 10-second difference between shot clock and game.
Oh, what a move by Donovan Mitchell. A jaw-dropping finish. Yeah! Light out!
And Brunson has been cleared to practice, could actually play on Sunday.
And they need him. I mean, he's the integral for that team to have any success. He's just a stud. I mean, he really is. I mean, Carl Anthony looked really good early, but with Brunson out, not so much.
He is the leader
Yeah.
in New York. Cornito's shot worth taking. The Suns' scoring point guards, Colin Gillespie and Tyus Jones. They combined for 34 points, 8 of 14 three-point range in Milwaukee.
Yeah, absolutely terrific, those guys. I mean, they're certainly, they're looking to guard the main guys, but Colin made a difference. I mean, the announcers, since we didn't get to do this game, were all over the fact that Colin Gillespie has just been so good for this team. And certainly we love Tyus Jones. He's just been awesome.
So then, who is the point guard? Oh, Devin Booker, who had 11 assists. Tyus and Colin combined for 6 assists. Book had 11 in
We're
that.
bragging on 2 point guards that either one of them started.
And they're shooting the snot out of the ball, as you would say.
Snot.
So the question is, how does Beal impact those two guys, Tyus and Colin Gillespie? And Beal will get the start in Boston with KD still out.
It's going to be fun. See if he can go at somebody. I hope he's explosive as crap. That'll be a good word. Correct.
Now, introducing tonight's starting lineup. First, visiting Phoenix Suns. From Marquette. Here we go. Hey, 5 on the clock. 5 on the clock. Another game. Here we go. Last 5. Good, Mason. Good, Mace. Good luck. 10 on the shot clock. We got to be able to play early in the clock. We got to be playing when it's slow. We got to play late in the clock. Hey, 5 possessions each. 5 possessions each. Move. Here we go, purple. Move. Break. Move. Break. Good cut, KD. Nice. Makes and misses. Good, KD. Good.
Who's ready for some basketball? They're playing basketball.
Bring it in. Hey, way to push each other. Good stuff. The film to the court. Talking about playing fast, playing when the game slows down, all that. Just gonna get better and better at it, right? Good stuff today. Here we go. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
We recognize your genius. All you need is opportunity. And the NBA Foundation is here to help America's black youth create, build, and grow careers. We're investing in your future because we're dedicated to helping young people like you win in whatever arena you choose.
FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Make every moment more. Michelob Ultra. Worth it. Fry's Food Stores. Fresh for everyone. And by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Achieve legendary status. So you do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos.
An absolutely picturesque spring night here in the city on the hill. Welcome to Boston as we count it down to the Suns and the Celtics. taking a look at our Hero Bread starting lineups. First on for the Celtics, they come in with a record of 56-20, 24-13 here on the home floor, led by Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Kristaps Porzingis. For the Suns, Bradley Beal back in the starting lineup after being sidelined the last 8 games. Great to see that, along with the 4-time All-Star Devin Booker, Ryan Dunn, Royce O'Neal, and Oso Ighodaro. Now let's swing it over to the third member of our squad, Amanda.
Well, April is a very special month as it is Autism Acceptance Month, and in partnership with the NBA and the Coaches Association. Coaches across the league will be wearing Nike-themed custom shoes that are helping benefit this. Now, the game-worn shoes will be autographed and auctioned by Sotheby's from May 13th through May 20th, with all proceeds benefiting the Max Foundation. Now, the Max Foundation is a nonprofit founded by Utah Jazz assistant coach Scott Morrison and his wife, Suzanne, to help support families affected by autism. Now, Coach Bud is wearing the custom shoes here tonight and said pregame that it's just a great effort to support. It's an amazing thing that Scott is doing. And it'll also be the first time that Coach Bud is wearing a different pair of shoes anytime in his career. Guys?
Yeah, it's a great recognition there, and certainly a wonderful nod. And of course, we had a terrific young man sing a rendition of the national anthem tonight here and put on an absolutely spectacular show. So the fans here embracing it as well.
Alrighty.
And look forward to being able to share more on this very special night. As the Suns will continue this East Coast swing, a stop here in Boston, the one and only stop, and trying to derail this.
Alrighty, let's get going.
Machine.
Well, they're beatable. I mean, they've lost their last home game. So I think that's some confidence the Suns can come in here with, knowing that they're just not totally invincible on their floor. I mean, Miami not only beat them, but really beat them in a semi-dominant way.
There you see the architect of the 18th championship. The banner being raised as the season tipped off several months back. Joe Mazzulla, what a job he has done.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that theory, too. That was the first game back after a long
And lights out and away we
West Coast
go.
swing. Great to see that guy back on the floor as gets the opening look. Suns going with yet another lineup change. No big surprise, though, when you're talking about matching up against this Celtics roster. And as Ryan Dunn will be whistled for the early foul. Jaylen Brown opening up the floor and goes.
So quick foul. There'll be 2 free throws for Jaylen Brown.
This is where I think the maturity is going to really start to work for Ryan. And it's worked for him somewhat this year, from rookie early on to now he's not a rookie late in the year to even his second year. Sometimes you got to say, I just lost the battle. And don't prolong it and just pick up your first foul.
So he made the first one.
I'll just say 30 seconds in.
No, he beat you.
1-0. That's a very rare score in basketball, but it's happening.
47 plus minutes left. And that part of that game he has to get better at, and he will.
Yeah, there's always that, even in whether it's game 15, 75, 82, there's always that
Yeah, he made it both.
injury, especially for a rookie, and I'm sure even more so when you're playing in a place here like the Garden.
And understand the importance that you are to the team, knowing that you're going to lose some battles and just feel like you're going to stop most.
Booker able to
There you
raise
go.
up and knock down the mid-range. And it's always a challenging matchup when Drew Holiday is defending you. Continues to be one of the league's top defensive players, 6-time all-defense, 3 times. He was first team all-defense. Porzingis lines up the 3, and that's where he opened up the scoring last week against Phoenix. And he should be fresh. He was inactive in that game on Wednesday as they continue to kind of take an every other game approach, part of his reconditioning. Slips a pass inside.
Come on,
Also,
got the look.
yeah, he and Nick, they got to make him pay for that, but they're going to keep trapping Devin.
Brown able to slip in back door.
And there we go.
Royce O'Neal
Fucking great.
acknowledges, my bad, that one's on me.
Off to a great start.
Booker gets a screen. Able to get across the lane. Sets up Dunn for the corner. 3-point hit.
That's why he's important to be on the floor. That's the part he's got to get better at.
Shooting 35%.
There you go,
The
nice.
starter moving back in now has done. And continues to be aggressive. Booker on the drive and kick.
Look,
Sets
Royce.
up. O'Neal got the look.
Yeah, Royce is also
He's
back. He was
scoreless
out
in
the
matchup.
last game. I think he was out the game before that, too.
So they'll need him to step up and deliver something tonight. Tatum able to cut down the lane. Porzingis.
Come on. Send him.
Sneak in. Iguodala.
Oh, there you go.
Also,
Nice.
Great job challenging.
Nice
The
challenge.
man they called Unicorn when he came into the league. And a great job of avoiding the foul there by the Suns' rookie big man. Beal with a pocket pass. Sets
So?
up Iguodala.
Nope, that was a fucking air ball, dude.
Iguodala's got to know and
You're not KD, bro.
didn't have to shoot.
Tatum able to pull the rookie big man out and knife his way right to the basket. Had just 16 points, his fewest in a month in that loss to Miami here Wednesday night. Booker back to the elbow. Get the finish of the fouls.
That'll be a three-point play for Book.
Once again,
Oh, man. You know what I'm not ready for? Is the fucking playoff fans. The fans who, you know, just watch the playoff games and act like they're the biggest fucking fan in the world.
You can see it. He is feeling really good right now. He's got to be very aggressive tonight.
That's one thing that I hate about basketball mostly. I notice it in basketball more than any other sport. It happens a lot in baseball, but it's mainly in basketball. Is like the playoff fans. The people who will, you know,
on the kick to Tatum, fires a three.
Nice. You know these people are not watching like a game in the middle of January on League Pass at like 9 p.m. because that's what time the fucking game starts or whatever. Like, you know those people aren't watching those games. There you go, Buck. But then they'll show up to a playoff game being like, we want Boston. We want Boston. It's like, dude, fucking, do you even know like your home broadcaster's name?
In the face of Iguodala.
Do you even know your play-by-play broadcaster's name? Like,
And 24 in that game Wednesday.
there you go, Buck.
Baseline J, yes.
Get that hot like Devin is. He doesn't get tired. So I imagine he'll play some good minutes.
Great strip there by Beal. Suns able to turn him over. Dunn on the drive. Gets inside
Okay,
the
that was bad.
ball, but White racing back and challenging, and that is why Derek White in second-team defense the last 2 years.
Yeah, teammates should have been screaming to alert Ryan Dunn. The guy was chasing him down.
Brown looking for more. He's got 7 early points here to lead the Boston attack.
Man, Brown's got away with the travel.
2 on the shot clock, and just has to hoist this one up near midcourt.
oh my God! Oh my God, Jaylen. That was Jaylen Brown, right?
The way the Celtics have from 3 all season long. That's the kind of
That was almost a half-court shot. I'm not even mad about that. That's just impressive.
I mean, they take so many threes. It's not a surprise that they would make that.
Bounce pass to Booker, able to
That's,
gather, comes in running right.
yeah, I gotta just give props to that. That was impressive.
Celtics by 2. Early heat check for Brown. He's already got 10 on 3 of 4 from the field.
When you throw it in like he did, he might as well try it.
O'Neal jumps it past the Dunn. That one skips
Nice.
off his hands, but racing across the floor to gather with Royce. The Suns come up short. Here is Holiday. He was also resting on Wednesday. Figures to be fresher here tonight. 16 home losses for this club. They have proven to be a better road team this year. As Tatum on the drive gets the finish.
He's got to commit to what he wants Tatum to do and give him the shot more so than give him the drive. And so he held him up for a bit there, but then he allowed Tatum to get the best position to go right to the rim.
Booker working with White on his back. Back across to Dunn. Squares, fires.
Fucking, what are we doing?
Tatum cues one up from deep. Timeout Phoenix.
All right, timeout Suns here.
8-0 Boston run.
Well, the three-point shot, I mean, they even shoot them off one leg.
First pitch, the throw by Kirk is not in time, and Soto's got his first stolen base of the year. So they're running wild on Ariel Rodriguez.
New official Sheree Mitchell. That'll be 2 new officials full-time in the NBA.
Something about basketball. I can't tell you what it is to this day. I would honestly work for free. I love basketball so much, anything to be around it.
Sheree was a tremendous player, coached afterwards, now working her way up through the officiating ranks.
My career goals were to be a college basketball coach, and I just happened to fall into refereeing.
Sheree Mitchell, second-year official, makes the call.
She was in 11 games as an official last year as a part-timer, and then that's how you kind of get used to it. You keep your G League assignments, keep those going in between your NBA assignments.
I was actually playing pickup basketball when a retired referee came in, saw me playing with some of my guy friends, and asked me who I was and what I was doing there, and said, "Have you ever considered refereeing?" And I literally laughed at him in his face. I just was like, "No way, I would never do such a thing. How dare you?" But I actually went and just started roughing locally and fell in love with it, mostly because it was an avenue that I had never known existed. And I fell in love with an aspect of the game that I hadn't mastered yet. So that was really what drew me.
So he's got to go here. Just get a good look.
Booker. Got it! At the buzzer! Devin Booker has done it again! And he just walks off the floor in calm fashion.
Lifetime supply pass.
Couldn't get back fast enough here, Ian. You see missing the last 8 games with that hamstring injury. No minute restriction per se, but, you know, as Bud said, not surprisingly, they'll just try to play up the year, but just be smart about it.
You know, I just think it's up to Brad to give the idea of how long he's in it. I've never seen a doctor like start to look at a player while he's running. So Brad has to be the one.
Coming out of that timeout, Celtics will dip into their bench as Pritchard checks in, the veteran Al Horford, and Cornette. Big man patrolling the paint. 5-minute shot clock, that ball knocked away. Got to work quickly here. O'Neal sees if he can have the same kind of luck. He just missed the iron on that one.
Yeah, it's all about just hitting the iron in a situation like that.
Trying to give yourself a chance.
Give yourself a chance for a rebound. Royce just missed it.
Kyle Gillespie.
I think a half-court shot should be worth 4 points.
He's got 7.
Maybe I'm just stupid and maybe I should shut the fuck up, but
You gotta block coordinator.
I feel like
That's the problem.
a 4 points for a half
Great
court
hustle by Beal
is
as they will
valid.
tap that from behind. Sun get out of the break. Trailing a play now is Ignoro.
Give it to Bradley.
Beal with a hand
Yeah,
off.
he has it. What's up, Wilson squad?
gets
Not
that
much.
look
What's
and
up,
finally able to get
Wilsoners?
one
How
down.
you y'all doing today?
And you said that was going to be available to him much of the night.
Yeah, all night.
615 fam.
Here is Pritchard. Been a little bit of a mini funk of late. Kicks it out to the veteran Horford. Cornette, that big body inside. Put together the rebound, but kept it alive. Swings the pass over to Horford. And it's always that second shot, especially for this team.
I should change my username to Samuel Wilson 602 because that's the Phoenix area code.
And I mean, he's going to push you and work you up underneath the rim. You got to turn around and just commit a foul. just pushing.
How are you doing tonight, Jaden?
I mean, not to be dirty, you gotta let them know you're not gonna allow that to happen.
Yeah.
And so you get 6 fouls for a reason. You gotta use them strategically. And that's one I would suggest we use.
15 points, 16 rebounds, a career high in San Antonio on Saturday. 7-2 undrafted out of Vanderbilt.
Tall guys like that, the one thing they're always worried about are their knees. So you got to get down real low, put some pressure on them quads, and then you start to think about it.
Booker with the inbound. Just did get it inbounded in time.
Iguodala can't put himself in no man's land on that. Got to make himself available when he sees the balls having a difficult time coming in.
Allen will trigger the inbound. Gets it across now to Gillespie, coming back off the bench after starting the previous 8 in Beal's absence. Done on the drive. Had Cornette backing up. Allen trying to turn the corner. A couple of former Blue Devils going at one another. A whistle and a foul.
Some curly Bill action there. Grayson Allen. Those floor burns.
Just chilling like a villain.
Don't know Curly Bill is.
We're chilling and grilling.
Look it up at halftime.
Put it on pause.
Or are you chilling and grilling like a villain?
Back with 10.
With your boyfriend Dylan.
Allen able to get a step on.
Popping some pillins.
6-3. Well, Grayson coming off of one of his best games in recent memory. Of course, his struggle since coming off
Jaden's
that
Lounge.
23 Tuesday at Milwaukee, including 6.
Welcome back to the lounge, all my fellow loungers, chillers, ballers, and grillers.
Pass across the floor to the bruising guard Holiday. Cornette inside again. Suns that time scramble to the loose ball. Booker directing traffic with the smaller defender Pritchard on him.
Chilling like a villain. Chilling and grilling like a villain with my boyfriend Dylan, plotting some mass killings.
Pritchard on. You don't need the screen anymore. And he waved out his teammate, and that's what you have to do.
And Oso now you can see a little more confident with that shot, having hit his last 2.
Cornette, come on, he should be fine. That big mountain man pushing everybody around. He just fell down like a brick when he got touched in the back.
Great hustle by Gillespie, and the loose ball.
Reported. Oh well.
Boston, Phoenix basketball. 2:54 to go here.
All right, timeout Celtics.
Timeout on the floor.
3-point game here in Boston.
In Boston.
I'm ready for the fucking summer league, dude. Fuck this shit.
Amazing. Now, if you want to
Boston. Celtics leading these Suns. 2:54 to go in this first quarter. Well, and each, we talked about Grayson coming back in that game. Was back in Milwaukee, a place he was very familiar and comfortable with. Showed his 6 threes the other night. And I was thinking about the sharpshooters since joining the Suns. Allen, among rare company in the league when hitting a truckload of threes in a game.
Yeah, well,
that approach,
yeah, you got to keep that up.
Our fearless approach from New Balance. Most games with 8 made threes. It's a pretty rare air right there.
He's got to keep it up tonight.
Yeah. Suns are 3 of 7. Boston 5 of 10. They need 8 made threes in order to set a new NBA record for made threes in a season. Pass inside.
There you go, Nick. 1 point game.
Rolls to the basket. Great delivery.
Again, Boston is at a point now where they really don't gain much but rhythm the rest of the season. They're not going to catch Cleveland. So when you get this close to the playoffs, sometimes you let your guard down in regard to 100% effort. You're not going to put yourself in harm's way. Why? You want to be ready for the playoffs. And so that's how you can take advantage of it. But their role players, Ray, are the ones. Like the Cornets, the Pritchard, can't allow them to have a tremendous game.
Yeah, and Pritchard and this guy too, Hauser, is behind on Booker to get
so
the
bad.
steal. Finds a trailing Hauser, lines up the 3
Nice.
ball. And anytime he's on the floor, you might as well just run to the 3-point strike because 85% of his shots are coming
on, Colin.
down. Gillespie,
Nope.
the corner look.
Nice.
Richards, nice back tap over the top of Cornet.
Second chance. Book.
Sets up Booker with the mid-range.
Nope.
Tapped out. Richards again.
There you go,
Ball
nice.
it outside.
This is what I mean. Like the hustle part of the game, Suns can have an effect.
Martin on the drive.
Okay, well, you guys are just terrible.
Whistle that didn't come.
He had a layup on the first opportunity early in the possession and passed it.
Richard gives up the dribble and Cornet ran right to the front of the rim. Easy bucket there for Luke Cornet coming off a 14-point outing. 6 rebounds in 21 minutes Wednesday against Miami. Gillespie on the drive, circles back outside now. Richard stepping out defensively on Booker, sets up Gillespie behind the strike. Fight for the loose ball rebound, and last touched by, they're saying last touch by Phoenix. Suns quickly looking at the bench, but they won't get there in time to get the replay.
No, Grayson said he knocked it out. He signaled to the bench.
Yeah, nice job not to waste any time. Pritchard, sidestep 3.
Come on.
Able to connect. They're going to call his foot on the line.
Okay, so that's only a 2.
Said Pritchard. And just 10 points Wednesday. Just 15 points total over the last 2 games. Booker able to cross him up.
Look.
Leans in with a little 10-footer.
Cornet's having an effect on this game. That shot from Devin was with an effect.
Tatum working on the smaller defender Gillespie. Step back. Allen with a rebound. Final 25 seconds left here in this opening quarter. 7-point Boston lead. Booker facing the Suns scoring attack with 10. Gets the Richard screen. Drives behind, scooped up by Martin on the loose ball. Sets up Gillespie. Shoot it! Too many passes.
But if you're Grayson,
Such a bad team.
That you could not dribble. Like, it's just that mindset right now. I think all year that's gotten the Suns in trouble and just situations like that. Whereas he's coming off the weak side, he's got to know that he cannot dribble the ball. He has to shoot it.
Pritchard able to get a screen on the drive, pass inside Horford for an easy 2. Suns will have 2.8 to work with. Allen scoops it up.
All right. So that's going to end the first quarter here. The Suns are losing 22-31 after the first quarter as we get ready to head to the second quarter here from Boston, Massachusetts.
Family Sports.
shoot it up in the air to myself. You know, it just became my love.
This guy is poetry in motion.
He's fantastic. He has the right attitude. He has the right competitive spirit.
The late great Kobe Bryant told Devin Booker, be legendary. Put a tattoo of it on his body. He is marching towards those orders.
It's tatted on me. Be legendary. It's on my shoes. Will to win, passion to win.
Right there. At the buzzer, Devin Booker from downtown.
Book play the same way every night. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He competes night in and night out.
This guy's become one of the absolute best players in the game.
That's a franchise guy.
Book 6, fires, sends, scoring history has been booked. Now 130 players to hold the mantle as an NBA franchise scoring leader. The ascension complete. As we head to the second quarter here, and the statue there of the legendary Bill Russell, 11-time NBA champion in his 13-year career. The statue not too far here from the Garden.
All right, here's the second quarter from Boston, Massachusetts.
But this is a team that's dead last in points in the paint on the season, but already 12-2 they have outscored Phoenix.
Yeah, you got to fight them. Right? I don't think the Suns have shown much fight and really being aggressive in the paint.
Porzingis just fires on that corner three. Allen driving, getting right into the defense.
There you go, Grayson.
Good decision that time by Grayson.
I was not one to pick up the quick foul. He just like, go ahead.
Richard on the drive and kick. They swing it around, sets up White. Can't connect. Loose ball, scramble four. Beal's got it. Up the floor now to Cody Martin. Finds a trailer. Martin. On the drive, the floater from Tyus Jones off the mark. You can see Porzingis just standing and lurking. There is Brown, the crossover. Tied up with a double team. Hauser able to get past Jones. Swings it out. Pritchard. Yes. No, he was 4 of 19.
Well, he didn't just look like a really good three-point shooting guy, just leave him wide open.
But he's already hit one here tonight, a long two as well.
Pritchard 2 times now. And Bill and Devin bring it up. He's going for steals. And like they got to be wary of that. He's already gotten one.
So up to 3 turnovers. Same story for the Celtics. Boston #1 in the league and taking care of the basketball as Tyus able to get that little baseline floater to go. Tyus, nice job. 16 points, 6 of 8 in the field Tuesday in Milwaukee. Jones pushing.
He wants to
back.
drive, yeah.
Leans inside with a finger roll finish.
And you can tell all along he was just trying to drive the ball. And
I feel like the Suns don't deserve fans.
Especially if they're inside the 3. They're not used to taking that shot.
Allen works across the screen. Beal stumbles, tied up by Pritchard, and we're going to jump ball. 9 minutes for Brad and his return from that hamstring injury. So we can look at the health update brought to you by Banner Health, official healthcare partner of the Phoenix Suns. KD, Sun player, remains out back in the valley, continues to move from that injured left ankle. Still has not done any court work, according to Suns coach Mike Budenholzer.
So you expect Brad to win this.
Yeah, it's a jump ball here. Suns retain possession.
Jones splits the 2 defenders, runs one up off the glass, but too strong.
Didn't have much time left on the shot clock.
Yep. Richards drives it down to the lane, kicks it out to Porzingis, sets up the flyby on Richards. Shoots up the straightaway three. This guy's shooting 40%.
I don't even care anymore.
Scored
I don't even care anymore, man.
last week against Phoenix.
Just watch some ball.
10 of 15 from the
Just watch
floor.
some boys shoot some hoops, man.
Beal in a driving
This is the end of the 5 stages of grief, is acceptance.
activity blocked by Porzingis on the Martin attempt.
Here, where were the,
The floor out of Brown. Brown with a dozen points already. Gets the
5 stages of grief? Okay, so denial. The first stage of grief this season was denial. I'd say that was around February. Around February was probably denial. Like, oh, we're not actually that bad. You know, we could still make the playoffs, so we could be a good team. That was back in like February. Anger was
Yeah. And Porzingis
after that Grizzlies game, as you guys know, where I was probably the most angry I've ever been at this team, was that Grizzlies game where we could have went to overtime, but then we got too greedy, went for 3 and missed it.
Get out to the games. On April 8th against the Golden State Warriors with the special Devin Booker bobblehead giveaway. April 9th.
So that was when anger was. Bargaining probably was
on April 11th against the San
just within the
Antonio
last few
Spurs.
weeks, when we went on that 4-game win streak, and it was like, oh, we could make the play-in. Like, we could do this. We could still do this. Like,
7-0
you know, we could do this. Like, this is doable. This is possible. That was the bargaining point. You know, it was like, if we can just do this, this, and this, then this can happen. That was the bargaining point. Was during that 4-game win streak a few weeks ago. Depression was at the beginning of last game, actually. That was really when I was like kind of the most depressed on this team. Was just like watching like the first half of the last game against the Bucks. And then acceptance is this game. This game is acceptance, as we just give up a 3-point fucking shot.
Points, 3-pointers made, 2:36 coming in.
So yes, that was my 5 stages of grief
Rebound Porzingis.
for this season.
Richard already 8 points. Brown on the baseline spin. Trying to just pull his way to the baseline reverse. Successful in doing so. 14 for Brown. 12-0 Boston run.
Fucking stupid. It's the same song and dance every single game. Why do I even care? It's so fucking dumb.
Really a dream come true to be able to celebrate All-Star Weekend here in East Oakland, and everything is about being the village for these kids and the next generation, and hopefully achieve their full potential.
You know, it takes you back to how you would feel if you were in their shoes. And anytime you have the opportunity to impact someone else's life, it does far more for you than impacting your own life.
Is this a Suns hate stream now? Kind of, yeah. A little bit.
Be out there with some NBA players.
But we love our boys in Phoenix. We love the boys. It's kind of like the organization that we don't love. You know? It's like the ownership, the suits, the guys in charge.
That we all can take advantage of. Halfway.
Finally got it ready.
What do you mean, copy that?
46-26.
Boy, quit your shit.
Front of the Suns with 7:50 to go here in this first half. This Make You Smile moment brought to you by Studio B Smiles. This week in partnership with Price Food Stores and Swire Coca-Cola.
Cut it out, little boy.
Richards both stopping by a local fries. Got the surprise customers and even helped out at the registry and bakery. Also gifted select shoppers tickets to an upcoming Suns home game. That was a nice treat if you're roll in and you see Rolls Royce and big Nick Richards. Now Boston has come out of the gates in this second quarter. EJ outscored the Suns 13-4. 3-point shooting has been on point, but also doing damage inside as well.
But you can't miss shots. And that's what the Suns have done.
I'm just really excited for next season. That's what I'm excited for.
But now when you cannot afford to miss shots. And you got to take the shot that's there, too.
You see the numbers on the quarter shooting for Phoenix, just 2 of 9. 3 of 13 from beyond the arc. Celtics 8 of 17, so they've already set a new NBA record for made threes in a season.
What's so special about next season is that it's not this season anymore.
22-23 season. Beal gets the screen, gets a look, won't get it. Loose ball into the hands of Oso, who's able to gather, get it up, and get the foul.
Yeah, that was luck. But a lot of times when it is an air ball, the offensive team seems to be the team that gets it. The defender is looking for it to hit the rim. It's like if I was playing with you on the team, I automatically will assume it's an air ball.
Wow. You know what they say about assumptions.
Hey, you probably would assume that with me now.
Here's Brown, ties up Iguodala. Gets inside with a scoop shot, and also able to box out and grab the rebound. Here comes Book back on the floor. He's got 10, 4 of 8.
Who is the best basketball mascot? Okay, I genuinely say this with completely unbiased. It is the Suns mascot. I'm dead serious. It's just the combination of everything. It's a fucking gorilla, which makes no sense. And I think that's awesome. It's the Phoenix Suns, which I don't know how a gorilla fits in there, but the fact that it is the mascot, I think is just so beautiful. And not only that, this gorilla will shoot fucking confetti cannons and shit, and like t-shirt cannons and all that. And then, not only that, he's a fucking gymnast, dude. He's a fucking gymnast.
Rolling on the floor is a defensive foul on Phoenix. They call timeout to challenge the play. Lines up in the lap over Richardson. Up ahead, look out.
So yeah, it is Go. The Go Gorilla.
And detonates. Are you kidding me? Devastating. Dunk here in Oakland.
I like Benny the Bull, don't get me wrong. But he's not as good as Go the Gorilla.
Stoudemire, a 5-time All-Star in the Valley of the Sun, receives one of the game's ultimate honors.
For 8 glorious seasons, you brought the power and fury to Phoenix Suns basketball. You truly deserve this night, Amari.
They told me that these got to be short speeches, so actually they told me that it had to be 7 seconds or less. Okay. It's a great honor to have been a guy that was able to coach a player of this magnitude, because he is one of the most devastating finishers that I've ever seen. You know.
We've all seen him dunk on people. We've all seen him tear the rim off. But I think what people don't always understand is the dynamism of an athlete at 6'10" that he possessed. The feet, the hands, the explosiveness, the strength, and the fearlessness. He would go at anybody.
Does the Heat and Magic have mascots? I'm not even sure. I don't really know all the NBA mascots that well. I think the Grizzlies have a really cool one.
But I play with heart, determination, fearlessness, focus. So as we see,
I like the Timberwolves mascot too.
But to keep in mind that my heart has been given to Phoenix and the state of Arizona.
First 1,000 fans to spend $125 or more in the Suns Team Shop coming up on April 9th. Suns versus OKC Thunder. Well, you get a Kevin Durant bobblehead presented by Fanatics. Lucky fans will receive it.
It's like you won't hear me speak that way about Wally the Green Monster. Look, I love Wally. I love Wally. He's amazing. But the best mascot in baseball is the Philly Fanatic. That is without a doubt. And then I think the second one, the second best is probably Blooper, the Braves mascot.
Yeah, look, and I talked about the guy with the iPad got to be quick, and I get it.
And then probably third place is the A's, which is like the elephant.
You got to look at the iPad.
And then he probably could go like
That's not easy.
Wally.
I get it. So it's up to Royce to know, man.
Mr. Met is lame.
Yeah.
Well,
but you know, as a player,
he's not lame, but he's not like he's not all that.
So close.
Yeah.
The best mascot in baseball
I agree.
is not a major league mascot. It's actually Scooch. Scooch is the best mascot ever.
I hear what you're saying.
That's my fucking boy right
But there's
there.
that part of your brain that says, no, you didn't hit his wrist.
That's the Syracuse Mets mascot.
Yeah, it's for the guy.
His wristband. It is wristband.
Right. If we're being specific.
What's going on here?
So I'm just saying, and
He hit the horn. Yeah, the horn blew. So Devin Booker didn't know what was going on. That's not fair. If that's the case, then I want the Phoenix Suns buzzer guy to buzz that thing all game long. I mean, give me a break.
Here's a replay so you can listen to it and understand what the players were thinking.
He never took.
Yeah.
Someone with the buzzer. That's weird.
Would that fall under the category of home cooking?
And two free throws. Missed free throw and.
And by the way, do you think his business card says buzzer guy?
But I think it'd be really funny for like a O.J. Simpson reenactment with the MLB mascots.
Look where we are, though.
I think that'd be just hilarious.
I can give you plenty of stories.
So like,
all the shenanigans.
you walk in.
Booker fires a pass to
Well,
Jones.
I don't know if OJ or if Nicole Brown Simpson and Rod Goldman, I don't know if they were fucking, but in this scenario they are. So Wally, the Red Sox mascot, walks in on Mr. Met, fucking Tessie, which is Wally's wife. Wally pulls out a gun and shoots both of them to death. And now Wally is on trial, but he first goes on like a fucking police chase in a Ford Bronco. And it's nationally televised, and like they zoom in and you can see Wally through the window.
Is quickly racing out. O'Neal gets the screen
And then
splashdown.
And then like Wally has to go on trial. He's in court. He's trying to put on the glove, but the glove is too small to fit his hands.
His 20th start of the season.
I think it'd be beautiful.
Get another starting lineup. Richard. And navigate baseline. Oso, nice job staying down. Porzingis, step back three. Won't get it. Long rebound. Jones taps it off of Horford. Ryan Dunn checks back in here for Phoenix. Brad will take a seat.
Brad's got on me. Just concentrate a little bit. Think about it. Get back in. Get a layup.
I was going to say.
Layup.
Layup or free throw, right?
Foul. Get your rhythm back.
Booker with 12 points. Only Suns score in double figures. Hands to Porzingis, and you can see that 7'3" length of Porzingis affecting the shot of Booker there.
He had Horford behind him, so if Devin had beat Porzingis, he had to deal with Horford.
So one thing with this team, that because they are so prolific in shooting the three each, people even still just forget about how good this Boston team is defensively.
There you go.
Tyus registers the corner. 3-ball hit.
Timeout Celtics.
That will prompt a Joe Mazzulla and Boston timeout.
Suns just need to have a little fun. They know it's going to be tough. Play loose and free for the 3.
Celebration commemorating 250 years of history, independence, and innovation since the American Revolution. Every fan.
What's all this?
I'm 717th in line for free NBA tickets. I need to make sure that they see me in the crowd. But first, I need to finish my posters.
You know you can do all that without doing all this. Look, with the NBA app, you can fan hard on your faves, test your fandom, and with NBA ID, get a shot at free tickets, all for free.
Does this mean there's more time for my bucket sport?
.36, Boston in front. Suns trying to chip away, currently on a 10-3 scoring run here with 4:35 to go in this first half. Second game of this 3-game East Coast swing. We'll try to stay attached to Derek White.
That's good D. Don't need to foul now. Made them do all of that.
A lot of time off the shot clock. White, the contested mid-range.
Great, nice. White wasn't expecting that.
White has yet to score. He's only taken 2 shot attempts so far tonight. Booker with the big man. Horford stepping in. Puts it across to Dunn. Lines up the 3 off the mark.
They're going to make them threes. I mean, they're just squeezing in defensively. Holiday was guarding no one.
Yeah, and that was, you know, even with the Celtics barrage early last week, the Suns did get open looks. They weren't able to knock them down on that night. Porzingis, again, using his size inside.
I think Ryan, as great a defender as he is, making a mistake. You're not going to beat Porzingis with your elbow on his back. You're going to get down in the legs, man, and make them legs unmovable.
So takes a pocket pass. Nice delivery from Tyus.
You remember back in the day, Shaq and all those guys, they get their post up, but it'd be tough to move you when you got your arm in their rear side. Below the waist.
Tatum, able to drive the lane, punches it down, and draws the foul. See just a little dribble hesitation, setting up enough of an angle in driving lane there for Tatum, able to get downhill. He comes in 1,861 points, 600 rebounds, 410 assists on the year. Just the 4th Celtic ever to have a season with those numbers, joining the likes of Larry Legend, John Havlicek, and Antoine Walker. Remind you to give BuzzRx a shot to save up to 80% of your prescriptions. Find discounts at BuzzRx.com.
And despite those numbers, not getting highly considered for MVP. I don't think he'll win it, but man, he should be talked about. I'll tell you that.
There's no doubt that based on the Olympic experience, and that came after winning the finals, as Booker gets in on Porzingis, leans in, gets a shot on the iron, will get himself to the free throw line. But he clearly came into this season based on that Olympic experience, with a chip on his shoulder.
He should get credit just for having to deal with that.
Yeah,
that was the
booking Tatum along with
life, especially at a point where he had made first team All NBA a couple of years in a row. I mean, and you don't play on the Olympic team.
What?
So
sorry, yeah.
For him to be able to
booking Tatum along with Derek White.
It's
kind of a Olympic reunion
here. Get it. Shea is, to me, my MVP.
Your Olympic teammates.
If he got it, you can't argue it. He's been unreal. But Jason Tatum has been special for this team, and not to be highly considered is a problem.
And look, his durability and availability also another factor. Tonight marking his 70th game played this season. That's 4 straight seasons now. that he's played 70 or more. Porzingis, he got elbowed in the face of O'Neal, and they just continue to work the Suns into the paint. That is 24-8.
You got to double. I mean, the guy's 7'4".
O'Neal gets a wide open
Nice,
look
Royce.
and flashes it home.
I mean, the guy's 7'4". You just got to run at him. I mean, I know you're worried about the three. Come on.
Porzingis working on Dunn, just raising up for that one. An easy one, but too strong with that offering. Porzingis with 14, Tatum with 10, Brown with 15. Devin Booker looking for another Sun score to join in the double figures. Draws the double. Able to drive past Porzingis. Drops it off with the slashing Iguodala.
Suns have done a great job. They've gotten the deficit. I whispered it. Anybody knew?
That's 10 points now for Oso. Brown able to squeeze that one over the iron.
They just have matchup advantages against the Suns' small lineup right now, and that's the issue. And so, to me, you got to offer some help with Brown, who is like a mini Hercules down there pushing people around.
6'6", 220. As Booker plays him straight up that time. Brown again barking at Brett Barnaky, looking for the whistle and a foul. Won't get it. Across the floor, Jones. Back outside now to Booker. Brown checks him defensively. Book raising up for three, off the mark.
Yeah.
34% on the season this year from downtown for Book. There's no doubt that'll be an area that he'll
They can shoot the jump shot. Don't let them get past you.
Tatum on a tough fade. Thought perhaps the Suns might go for an early 2-for-1, but
I think he thought about it.
Yeah. O'Neal gets it back into the hands of Booker. Splits the defense. One-legged runner won't get the bounce. He thought he got popped there by Porzingis, and that will open the door for Boston to get the final shot of the half. Jones going for the steal. Suns have one to give.
You know, young officials sometimes they get caught in not really seeing everything, but it's an adjustment. That's why you have your veteran officials that's very good, and the other young ones that's learning. You know, I mean, Devin gets hit on his arm, but they're not looking at that. They're looking to see if the shot is blocked. They're looking higher up. Not an easy job being an official.
Yeah. A lot of moving parts. 8.6 left here in the half. Suns bring the double. Now Dunn drops off. Tatum on the drive. Another tough fade.
All right. So that'll bring us to halftime here in Boston, Massachusetts. The Celtics are up 60-47. I will be back at 8:44 for the second half. I'm going to go outside and smoke.
Stay tuned now for the Gila River Resort and Casinos halftime report with Tom Leander and Tom Chambers. You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball on Arizona's Family Sports.
Six games of Hoops on a Thursday. You got your top five right here on NBA.com at number 5. The Bucks on the break, and Giannis going with the behind the spine.
Replacing Jaylen Brown.
Would that fall under the category of home cooking?
And 2 free. Missed free throw and
And by the way, do you think his business card says buzzer guy?
I know he should be suspended.
Get a whistle and a foul. Our crew tonight, by the way, the veteran crew chief Pat Frere, Brett Barnaky, and Robert Hussey.
But look where we are, though. Trust me, we're in Boston. I can give you plenty of stories. all the shenanigans that have gone on in this one.
Booker fires a pass to Jones. Kicks it out to Beal. Leaves it short. Oso there to gather. Looking for the pocket pass, finding Booker.
Gotta shoot it.
Royce loads it up from downtown. The Strongs really continue to struggle with the 3-ball here. 3 of 16. Tatum crossed up, able to get there just in time before it rolls out of bounds. We go under 6 to play here in this first half. Porzingis inside, won't get it. Jones taps it out. Porzingis quickly racing out. O'Neal gets the screen. Splash down.
Suns have struggled, but man, they're slowly taking a point or two off that deficit.
So he's back in the starting lineup tonight. His 20th start of the season. Suns going with yet another starting lineup. Pritchard. And to navigate baseline. Oso, nice job staying down. Porzingis, step back 3. Won't get it. Long rebound. Jones taps it off of Horford. Ryan Dunn checks back in here for Phoenix as Brad will take a seat.
Brad's got to just concentrate a little bit, think about it, get back in, get a layup.
I was going to say,
layup.
Layup or a free throw, right?
Foul. Get your rhythm back.
Booker with 12 points. Only Sun scorer in double figures. Dancing with Porzingis, and you can see that 7'3" length of Porzingis affecting the shot of Booker there.
Yeah, Horford.
.36, Boston in front. Suns trying to chip away. Currently on a 10-3 scoring run here with 4:30.
The quarter all about, 7 minutes left. I don't know if they'd scored a point. Then, yeah, they made some threes and some good stuff out there. So hopefully they can continue doing exactly what they did there.
Yeah, not a big impact by Bradley Beal, who started this game. Brown has 17 for the Celtics, 14 for Porzingis, and Jason Tatum with 12. Speaking of Jaylen Brown, the three-point runner just inside of half court. 17 points, leading all scorers.
Yeah, one-legged. There we go. Up. Home glass. Ouch.
Being in the NBA has always been a dream of mine, and to actually be in training camp is just a great feeling. I'm walking to practice on George Mason's campus. Pretty good exercise for real. Get your legs loose. I'm a rook, so I gotta get there earlier than everybody else. So. Plus, I like to get shots up before practice. It shows the other guys that I'm serious about it. I take camp seriously, and I take my game seriously. Speaking of stuff, I really just have to stay humble and hungry and just always keep working. When they're making an investment in you, and you have to be a business person about it, you have to be a man about it, and be able to accept the responsibility that comes with being the number 3 pick.
Since Brady hit 8 threes in the game, first half. Yeah, he played like Allen Iverson. No look passes, braids, headband. All around good kid, though. Always been a good kid.
I love my brothers. They've been there for me since day one. They've always been there to just give me that bump and groove that I need to be able to take in the game. It's really just transferred over throughout my life.
Gotta keep him grounded. He may be, but I can't let him think he's the next Kobe, the next Michael Jordan or LeBron. You know what I mean? You gotta get him something. You have to.
Good hard day of practice. Tell you to eat. Go to sleep.
Boy left wide open. Griffin, oh, wow! Incredible rebound, put back. Butler now in the wing. Balls for the screen. Two-man game. Blake Griffin explodes on Gasol.
Mark Shoemaker, head coach of the boys basketball team at Paradise Valley High, for being named the April Coach of the Month. Coach Shoemaker has dedicated 18 years to coaching with over 150 career varsity wins, and this year he led Paradise Valley to their first playoff win since 2019. Phoenix Suns Phoenix Mercury Foundation commends the coach for his dedication to positively shaping the lives of student athletes, and as part of this recognition, PV High also receives a $1,000 grant to support their basketball program. FanDuel same game parlay, checking Jason Tatum's point totals. He has 12. Booker has 16 to lead the Suns, has 4 assists. He's 6 of 13 from the field. And D. White, 3 assists, looking for 6+.
Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of rolling right in there now. I was just worried about, was it Pritchard before? Was he going to get shoot? Or was that D. White that was going to get the threes before? I can't remember.
It was D. White, yeah. Pritchard struggled here in Phoenix, 1 for 8 from far away.
He's 100% right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And I'm 100% behind Oso getting the start, 10 points, 4 rebounds. And here is the Suns' execution, the ATO after the timeout. Picture perfect, TC. It's going to lead to a Nick Crush.
Nick Crush, yeah, it was good. Beat the big fella. Grayson does that well.
I love playing basketball. I may not make it to the pros. Or have a shooting done. But I keep playing. I'll gain confidence. It'll make me friends. I'll play hard but fair. I'll stay physically and mentally fit. I'll play with anyone. Anywhere. And most importantly, I'll have fun.
.47 at the break time for the Kia. First half highlights. Book started out hot in Beantown. 4 of 4 early. He's 6 of 13 and 16 points so far.
Yeah, he's played well, and he's only played his 2 for the team. I mean, when he's in, this team has been very good tonight. So Book will keep doing what Book does. He loves playing it out the field. And as we have noted, he's had some good success there.
Ooh,
he's tall. He's tall.
Slaps it away. Tyus off the bench along with Gillespie. The floater by Oso. 5 of 7 from the field. 10 points and 4 boards for Iguodaro.
Yeah, he's been terrific. A couple of offensive rebounds too. Nick had a couple of those as well. Certainly helped the Suns get their extra opportunity. He's a
all right, welcome back.
He's so smooth too. Nothing looks forced with Jason
ready for the
Tatum.
second half. Tell you what, Jaylen Brown though, he's wanting to make a mark tonight. He is going too high.
Look at the arms on that guy. He has always been well built. Tatum 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, but Oso, excellent first half for the Suns, and mentioned that strong
Through the first half, the Celtics are up 60-47 from Boston, Massachusetts. Royce O'Neal has 6 points. Ryan Dunn has 3 points. Oso Iguodaro has 10. Bradley Beal has 0. D-Book has 16. Grayson Allen has 5. Colin Gillespie has 0. Nick Richards has 2. Cody Martin has 0. Tyus Jones has 5. And then Bol, Damian Lee, Visa Micic, Monte Morris, and Mason Plumlee all have not played. For the Celtics, Jaylen Brown has 17. Jason Tatum has 12. Kristaps Porzingis has 14. Derek White has 0. Drew Holiday has 0. Peyton Pritchard has 8. Luke Cornett has 4. Al Horford has 5. Hauser has 0. And then Torrey Craig, Peterson, Kada, Shellerman, Tillman, and Walsh all have not played. Getting ready for the second half. Some more basketball. Fucking hopefully can come back. But probably not. But we're going to fucking have hope.
Phoenix hunting for their first lead since the first quarter. Nash again.
I have no idea what Dallas is trying to do on that screen roll right now, but Nash is just punishing him.
Terry, 2-on-1, Stackhouse, and Nowitzki with the break trail. Nowitzki 7 of 14, and now he's got 23. Nash. Nash, 34 points tonight, 10 rebounds, and Travis got his own miss. Trying to spin,
Just took a lead off.
Steph, he had an assist. Here it is. Oh, don't you do that. Durant with the dunk. Good pass, Steph. Good pass.
Chester.
Lord have mercy. Every time he plays, I have to stop, watch, give me some popcorn. Steph Curry must see TV every time.
Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Take it to another level with Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You do you. APS, making every day brighter. Banner Health, official healthcare partner of the Phoenix Suns. Mountain America Credit Union, the exclusive home of the Suns card. And by FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Make every moment more.
60-47 at the break here in Boston. Celtics in front of the Suns, along with our Emmy Award-winning crew, our director David Sushi King Hughes, our producer Brock Kraft, talking to smooth shooter Eddie Johnson. I'm Kevin Ray. Before we get this third quarter underway, let's send it over to Amanda for the BMW Coach Chats.
Coach, last game against the Celtics, they got it going from 3 tonight. It's points in the paint. How can you look to limit them more inside coming up in the second half?
Well, it's a tough task because we've got to try to control the three-point line. So it's honestly a little bit of pick your poison, and we do need to do a better job in the paint, but we're happy with the fact that we've been able to control the three-point line a little bit.
You look at Devin Booker leading the scoring attack with 16 points. What's the key to getting the rest of the offense more involved?
Well, we're 6 for 21 from 3, so that's not helping, and it also bleeds into not helping our defense. So we need to get some shots to go in, but they're playing together, and hopefully the worm will turn this half.
Chad, thank you so much.
Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, the three ball has been an issue in the 2 games that these clubs have matched up. And yes, the Suns have done a better job, especially in that second quarter, Eads, after Boston had built that lead to 20. And you were afraid that they were going to be able to balloon that to as many as 30, which takes you back. As you see, Bradley Beal making his return after the 8-game absence with a hamstring injury. 14 minutes in the first half. And still looking for his first points of the night, 0 of 4.
But yeah, look, I totally agree. You don't want to give great looks from the 3.
Yeah.
But also you want to win the game. And so because of that, you got to find a balance between the 2. Because, yeah, they're not making the 3s, but they're getting point-blank 2s now. And point-blank 2s, I'll take them all day than a 3-point field goal attempt. And so they have to at least cover up both of
Here's the
those
second
areas.
half from Boston,
Hopefully they
Massachusetts.
talked about it at halftime.
Yeah, 26-10 points in the paint for Boston. Comes in dead last on the season. And Drew Holiday drives in on Booker. Will get the whistle and the foul. First foul on Booker, who leads the Suns scoring attack with 16. Oso Iguodala, the only other Sun scorer in double figures.
Do you think Holiday went off at halftime or something? Because it came out and immediately ran a play for him. He had only taken 1 shot. until then. I probably went off on Joe Mazzulla. Hey, man, can I get a shot?
Somebody said something to someone as we get a message from our friends at Carl's Jr.
Get a one-time free Triple Burger when you download the app and join My Rewards.
Well, he is in the midst of one of his best three-game stretches, averaging almost 19 points per game, nearly 60% from the field. So, Oso slips inside. Boy, he misjudged those first couple that he took each, but he's found that kind of sweet spot and rhythm.
His range is at the dotted line on that. If he can get there, he's good. The first one he took almost at the free throw.
Porzingis able to pull his way down inside on O'Neal. The Suns, using this smaller lineup, obviously.
And Boston has realized that, okay, you're going to play up on us like this, then that's when we're going to go to this guy right here who's 7'3", and Royce has no shot. So what do? You got to at least, I think, pressure the ball more. But it's hard anyway because you can just throw the ball up in the air and you'll get it. So he's a huge target. So it's an unguardable play. The one thing Royce has to try to do as anyone else is just fight. Like I said, you got to push below. Put that elbow below his waist because if you're trying to push him in his back, you're not stopping him from backing up.
1 and 2 on that trip for Porzingis. Missed 37 games overall so far this season, but he is trending towards being fully available for the postseason as Brad on the drive gets into Porzingis that time, and Brad will get himself to the free throw line and will hopefully kind of open up the basket for him a little bit, looking for his first points.
For the next 3 minutes, that's Porzingis is what?
35. Yeah.
For the next 3 minutes, I am literally going out of my way to get him this four. Like, you can waste a couple of possessions to try to get him out because right now he is the problem.
Brad kind of coaching that one in, but did see the ball drop through the net, shooting 81% on the season. One and two.
Brad can't beat himself up. He's been out a while.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's got to find a way to get some rhythm here, though. Suns have no shot to get back in it. He can't knock down the shot.
White catch and shoot three. Came in with 249 made threes. That's fourth best in the NBA.
Bradley
deposits number 250 with that hit. Beal in a drive, jump stop, pull up in the paint. No. Dunn flies across the lane but can't control the rebound. Taking a peek inside with Porzingis again. O'Neal doing his best to get some defensive double team help for Beal.
That was better.
Yeah. At least got the ball out of his hands, right? Mm-hmm. Tatum on the spin, fade, and the hit. Can't defend that much better.
No, and the ball gets over his head. He shoots the ball on the top of his head, which is something you don't teach. And then he gets great arc on the shot, not blocking it.
Book on the drive, floats it past to Dunn, swings it to O'Neal.
Rushed out. He didn't really need to.
Book able to clear some shooting space and gets a shooter's touch. He's got 18. Well, he came into tonight just needing 13 more points, 3 assists, and eclipsing 1,800 points, 500 assists on the season. As Brown gets a shot up, he'll get the whistle and a foul called on Oso. Suns, unfortunately, without a challenge to work with. See,
yeah, got his arm in there. Yeah. You just can't do it. Like you automatically know that guys now have been taught. You put an arm right there and they're moving forward. That is a foul.
Yeah.
Now it's unguardable, to tell you the truth. I mean, and that's why people wonder how scoring is up and guys are able to score a ton. Man, they've gotten so good at knowing that the officials are going to call any touch to your upper body when you're shooting the ball.
And some guys even more than others, right?
Yeah.
Dunn navigates the paint but finds Porzingis awaiting. Back outside to Booker. Split to defense, lost the handle. Loose ball tossed. Degadoro, turnover, Phoenix.
Iguodala was not spotting up for three. So, I mean, that's, you know, but again, Ryan Dunn trying to hurry up and get rid of the ball, didn't recognize that.
Just 5 turnovers for the Suns. Tatum slips down low as he and fellow St. Louis native Bradley Beal get tangled up. Book picks up the personal, his second. Tatum and Beal attending the same high school. And now there's a conference about whether it was a shooting foul. And Fred Varnicky comes on. His book was saying he thought he fouled him before he turned to shoot. But
there's 2 plays in the league, and I had an interview with Joe Dumars a couple of weeks ago. And I know it's difficult, but it's two. It's one, the and one play, where they just don't know when the gather is happening and all of that. And I'll just leave it at that. It's just that particular play, and then this play with Tatum when they say he's going up. I just don't understand how they even figured that out. That's just a conundrum for me. And you hear it every telecast with any analyst that's talking the game.
Right.
There's always a complaint.
Booker to the left hand, runs into a double team, sets up Dunn for the three-point look. Can't get it. Oso, offensive glass work. Touch pass. Beal, Booker, no. Holiday able to dig it away from the 2 Suns players. Lead back to 20, matching their biggest lead of the night. Brown looking for more and gets it.
He is on one right now.
23 for Jaylen Brown. Averaging 22 in the season. Royce, catch and shoot. Yes.
Nice. Make it a 20-point game.
3 of 7 from downtown for Royce. 9 points. His 19 minutes gets the start again tonight. Porzingis turns, raises up over Beal. Booker races to the loose ball. Looking for Ryan Dunn.
There you go, Ryan.
Flies down the lane and hammers it home.
Great pass. I don't think anybody saw that but him.
Beautiful time.
The Celtics were surprised.
Porzingis way out beyond the arc, hands it off now to Holiday. Back to Porzingis. Kind of a dart shot oftentimes. Holiday with the offensive glass work.
Give him 2 times. Lucky there.
Yeah, more often than not, they will make you pay. Boston 10 of 22 from downtown. Booker on the drive. Blocked by Tatum, but they're going to get a goaltend. And Joe Mazzulla wants to challenge it.
So we're challenging this. Ball.
Defense. You talk about one man and one man only, and that's Dyson Daniels, the Great Barrier Thief. Screen. And a steal by the Great Barrier Thief.
There's a steal.
Dyson Daniels, and ball tip stolen by Dyson Daniels over to Trey.
Most deflections in a single season, almost 400 of them.
And there's Daniels with his 4th steal. He picked his pocket clean. That gives him 213 steals this season. New franchise record.
For a second, I truly believe that he has been the most important defender of this generation. Him having the ability to play 1s to guard 5s.
Another terrific defensive play of the Rams.
Tyson shot blocked out of bounds from Draymond Green.
It's about defense coming in. He wants to impact the game on the defensive side. That's where he shows his value and where he starts. So it's no surprise that he's always locked in. He feels like he has to set the tone.
WWE Raw is coming to PHX Arena on June 9th for an unforgettable night of nonstop action. Catch World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, Women's Tag Team Champ Liv Morgan, and so many more, all live. Tickets on sale now. Head to phx-arena.com for more information. Well, the Celtics challenging a call it a play that was originally whistled a goaltend, but
yeah, that's a good play.
Tatum pretty adamant. Joe Mazzulla with a challenge, and Celtics successful.
I think that should never have to be a challenge. That's 2 points you're taking away. You know, now they lose, obviously, one of their challenges. I just think that should be an official play.
Brown able to burrow his way down into the paint. He's got 25 now. Efficient night for Jaylen Brown. 19 minutes, 8 of 12 from the field. Field to O'Neal.
Knock one down.
Goes on the attack. Too strong with that offering. Tatum with a rebound. Horford calling for it. They'll pull it back outside now to Brown. Brown now in his 9th season. 4-time All-Star. Beal gets a hand in there. They'll get the whistle and the foul. That'll be the first personal on Brad. Suns will be in the penalty the rest of the way. 6:32 to go here. Celtics 11 and 14 from the line. Suns have only been there 6 times. They've made 4. Check out some young Suns fans, the Craft Girls. Watching the Suns game, sponsored by Valley Chevy Dealers. For your chance to be featured on the broadcast, post your photo with a hashtag CouchSideFans. Good looking squad there.
Dressed up nice.
They got the,
I like that.
Got the little one there. The sisters hanging out, watching the Suns game.
Listening to Kevin Ray.
The esteemed author, Eddie Johnson.
Thank you.
Beal on the attack, done. Royce looking for the cutting, done. That leaves 8 on the shot clock. 6:17 here on the game clock. Next stop on this road trip for Phoenix would be against the Knicks. One of the other teams in the Eastern Conference trying to take down the defending champs.
Celtics are in the bonus for the remainder of the third quarter.
4 to work with. Booker getting baseline, goes in, and Tatum saw no point in trying to defend that one. Brown head down, jarred free, but the loose ball trickles right outside to Derek White. Beal, reach it in, gets a steal.
Finally got him on that.
Almost like he's been baiting him all night long. Booker again gets the left hand baseline runner. 22 for Booker.
See if they can make a little run here. They made a run 4.5.
Yeah, got within 13. Out to White. Had 16 last week. 16 on Wednesday.
And look, he's one of the best three-point shooters in the game because he doesn't get consistent chances to shoot the three.
Yeah.
But yet, he still makes a tremendous percentage of it.
38+%. Booker working inside on Horford. Goes too strong with the left hand. Looking for the contact whistle. Back comes Boston. Brown on the spin with the left hand. No. Horford runs a shot short. Beal up the floor now to Booker. Touch pass. Royce. And loose ball off Boston. It'll be Phoenix basketball.
I think complaining about that one. He can use that. Joe Mazzulla might use it. He doesn't care. He might challenge this one.
Missoula looking down at his veteran Al Horford. Suns basketball, Colin Gillespie checking in along with Grayson Allen, joining Oso and Dunn out there along with Booker. On the inbound, Booker attacking the big man Cornette. We'll get the whistle and the foul. Free throws coming here for Book. See Cornette 7'2", now 29 years of age in his 8th season. We talked about Book coming in, needed 13 points, 3 assists. Join a short list of Suns players with 1,800 points, 500 assists in a single season. Joins the likes of Stephon Marbury, late great Paul Westphal, Gil Goodrich. Only player so far this season age with those numbers is the Joker, Nikola Jokic. So pretty elite company there for Devin Booker. And Kim, reminder, here's your chance to hone those basketball skills at the Sun Summer Basketball Camps. 4 camps to choose from, one in the West Valley at West Point High School, 2 in the Southeast Valley at ALA Gilbert North, 1 in the North Valley at Thunderbird High. Go to jrsuns.com to sign up for more information.
Maybe Kevin Ray might show up at one of those camps this summer and show his basketball skills to the young kids.
Yeah, I bet they won't assume I'll shoot an air ball.
No, he's going to show them that pristine jumper from the broadcast booth.
Booker working on Pritchett. That pass deflected into the hands of Grayson Allen on the drive and kick. Dunn across the paint. Sets up Horford. Nice ball fake, just couldn't get the finish.
Yeah, just the rushing part, right? And indecisive on how he wants to attempt the shot, backboard, over the rim. All those things are going to get better for this young man.
Yeah, and how much did you notice, going from your rookie year to that second year, how the game really started to slow down?
It does slow down. It's going to slow down for him. I don't know if he'll play in the summer league for a little bit or what have you. I would say he should. But he needs the reps to just get that confidence. And in a summer league situation, he'll be able to take all the shots. He'll be able to have the plays called directly to him. And he needs it. I didn't have a summer league, but I went to Pete Newell's basketball camp, right? And I was competing against NBA players in that camp. And so that's what he's going to need. And I think it'll help him.
Dunn will take a seat, 5 points in his 23 minutes. Booker gets into Pritchard. We may have 2 different opinions here on shot or no shot. They're going to say the foul by Pritchard came before the shot attempt. And again, there's Book like the rest of us going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, players don't even know. I mean, that's why it's just. I think it's pretty obvious he's going to shoot.
4th team foul for Boston. Booker getting right into Cornette. 26 for Booker. Had 32 shot attempts on Tuesday in Milwaukee. He's 10 of 20 here tonight. Pritchard flips a pass out now to Hauser. Pritchard to the baseline, trying to create a little separation. Does so.
I think he's 6 man. I think he's just been that good all year long.
Yeah, I think when you're talking about 6 men, it's probably going to come down to what, him and Malik Beasley, when you consider what Beasley's done for that Detroit team.
I agree.
Beasley's had himself a whale of a year for that Pistons club that is going to be a problem for whoever they match up with in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Tatum leans back, fires a 3. Up the 4 now to Gillespie.
See this young man get aggressive too. That's another guy. We talked about Ryan Dunn. Gillespie, he's got to get to the point where he has to be aggressive, shooting a very good shooter.
Book draws a double team. Gillespie finds Cody Martin. Cody on the drive and kick, drops it off to Richards. Richards able to muscle it up over Cornette. Nick coming off the bench tonight. 4 points, 5 rebounds in his 8 minutes. Big man Horford.
You gotta go.
It's too easy.
Well, you might as well just say, you know what? Hey, just take it out of bounds. We'll give you 2 points.
Yeah.
Because there's no way on earth he's regarded. And just to let him just push you backwards, you got to go.
6'9", 250. Gillespie gets a screen from Richards, back to the left hand, and is able to sneak it up quickly off the glass. Terrific move there for Conor Gillespie.
Look, we saw in the Minnesota game how offensively gifted this young man is. But again, he just doesn't have that aggressive spirit yet.
Yeah, had 18 on Tuesday. Now they'll leave that one well short. That one hits the baseline strike, out of bounds. Suns ball on the other side of a timeout.
Gillespie on the drive. John Stockton light. Let's give him a shout out.
About a second and a half differential between the game clock and shot clock as Parker works it down. Final seconds, first half. Here's Parker. Marion got a piece of it. Nash delivers to Marion. Can he get it off on time? He does. He scores. That will count. They will review it. But Steve Nash getting that ball up court in a hurry, and Marion read the clock.
Up with a steal. He's averaging 19.8 points a game. Blocked by Marion again as he challenged Howard, and then Mobley able to follow. Ethically just a moment ago by the Suns from the corner. Marion's going to put it on the floor. Goes to the hole.
He took off outside the lane and hammered it in on Chris King.
Iowa came into the league as the first-round pick of the Hornets because of Haslem. Rejected. What a defensive effort that time. Unbelievable. And Marion finishes at the other end. How about the Matrix?
That's the energy he brings defensively. A fantastic block on Haslem, who was going in to dunk, and then that allows him to get out, and then Marion dunks it on the other end.
Good play by Cook Robinson. Delk delivers to Dudley for Marion.
And tried to make them so hard for the turnover, the mistake pass that he made. He hustled back. Dudley probably figured that he was going to foul him.
Time for the AAA Live Life Confidently. The Suns came out early. He's did a nice job with Suns rookie big man Oso getting a start here tonight. Such a task trying to slow down this 7'3" specimen in Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, I mean, not easy to stop that guy. But also it's stronger. And I think get more confidence in his offensive game. A lot of times your offense can really spur your defense even more. And I think that's part of his growth as well.
A minute to go here in the third quarter.
Get two possessions, see if they can make it work.
Book able to raise up in the paint, fires over Horford. Another 30-piece for Book.
I think he pretty much quiet people in regards to thinking that his offense has gone down.
Yeah.
That's not the problem.
Tatum gets into Richards that time, and we'll get the whistle and the foul. His scoring output 39 on Tuesday with his 327th career 25-point game. So give him 328 now and counting, and that's again pretty elite company. He passed Allen Iverson, fourth most all time by a guard before turning 29 years of age, joining Michael Jordan, Big O, and Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, and what I mean by not the problem in reference to Devin, people thinking that I'm saying something. Just more so is what Devin is thinking. Like, I think he came into this year off of a gold medal, you know, understanding that that's what it takes to give something of your game for the good of the team. And I just think that was a little bit of adjustment for him. And his numbers did go up and down. But when the season is over, he'll still average plus 25.
Right.
Shoot a good percentage. And so I think that's the understanding that this guy's offense is going to stay there.
Nice pocket pass inside to Martin, who's able to gather and get the reach-in foul. Yeah, it was interesting to further that point. I know Carmelo Anthony on one of the podcasts earlier this week was talking about Book and his game and how in some ways there did almost feel like a carryover effect from the way he played so successfully for that Olympic team. And in many ways, it just speaks to what kind of a player he is, that you could quickly adapt and become a chameleon for whatever your team needs. But at the same time, and I know you pointed this out, you know, that guy is an absolute killer.
He's a killer, and that should never leave. And his obviously his mentor when he was alive and the guy that he admired, Kobe Bryant, was always killer first. It didn't matter. He might have tried to do other things, but he was still going to be offensively impactful and aggressive every night.
Tatum finds Pritchard in the corner, tries to reset, maybe got away with a little shuffle step, but can't connect on the three ball. The Suns close the gap, trailing the Celtics as we head to the fourth, 90-75. You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball on Arizona's Family Sports.
He has become so unstoppable and so patient within his game that it's a nightmare for most teams every night.
Here we go with Booker. Another three. Oh! Booker cannot miss.
I try to have the most fun with it on the court because I always remember my mother and my sister are watching. My mother and my sister support me the same way. They knew I wanted to be an NBA player, and they're 100% 10 toes behind me. You need people like that in your life.
I love you so much, brother.
The most important part of the game is to affect other people's lives in a positive way. Have a bigger impact off the court than you do on the court.
He is the PBG, that is professional bucket getter.
He's averaged over 25 a game each of the last 3 years. A lot of fans seeing him now in his first playoff action.
It's honestly the reason I do it. Putting smiles on their faces.
And then we're going to play games, okay?
Duh. I'm a win. Growing up, she's always been a shy person. Meeting new people was tough for her at first. It's something that she's working on, and I can tell that she's gotten a lot better. To have somebody in your corner like my sister, I don't know if I'd be here without her.
Booker carving his way to set the pin to get three, and he puts it off the glass. What a play by Devin Booker.
You got to tip your hat to Devin Booker. The performance that he's had throughout this entire series, including this one, 47-point performance, putting this team on his back.
I've been working my whole life for this moment. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it wasn't time to shy away from it. Plenty hours of sacrificing, a lot of life, you know, to this sport, you know, to this game. So I wanted to put it on full display to him.
By Schwartz Laser Eye Center. Visit teamidoc.com. Celtics shooting better than 50% in all three quarters thus far, but the Suns have done a nice job sitting on that three-point line, eliminating.
All right, here's the third quarter from Boston, Massachusetts.
A week ago.
Celtics up 90-75.
Has been point to the paint, though the Suns have done a much better job catching up. It's just 32-26. Done a better job of both defending the paint and, more importantly, scoring in the paint.
Look, you know, the Celtics, they didn't win the championship by accident. They're a very smart basketball team. They sensed it, and they just went inside to Porzingis. That's what you need to do.
Good, Cody?
Cody Martin driving inside and looking to do damage on the head of Porzingis.
Is Porzingis good, and is Cody good?
That's what you have to do.
Porzingis will pick up foul number 4.
Porzingis is up, or Cody's up first. Porzingis is still sitting. Oh, Porzingis is bleeding.
Oh, yeah, Porzingis.
Yeah, he got boxed.
Kristaps Porzingis is bleeding. Yeah, he got elbowed by Nick Richards. I don't think it was intentional. I really don't.
Celtics with a challenge, and will use it. It certainly was not intentional by Martin. It's a basketball player that as he was coming across.
So we're gonna take a minute here.
Take a look at it.
Gonna look at this, obviously. Oh yeah, Kristaps, I think he's fine. I mean, he's bleeding from the nose, but
aggressively.
Oh no, he's headed to the locker room.
Any basketball move to go lay up.
But ultimately, I think he's fine because he was smiling.
Off arm protection.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's something that you're gonna do, just instinctively.
Porzingis, Boston's called timeout to challenge the play.
So now they're gonna look to see if it was on purpose or so we'll see.
Challenge, green light special here in Boston. Back after the timeout.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Best month of his young career. Every time he's touched the rock, he's gotten better and better.
Ricochet already 33 points. Ricochet, who put up 27. When I tell you he's shooting the ball with so much confidence, fine Ricochet, he got the hot hand.
Yes, he does. 3 in a row. Perfect.
That's a wonderful block.
Zachary Ricochet.
He said that every time he shoots his shot, he knows it's going in, and his teammates know it too.
Whose ability to impact winning in a lot of different ways. I'm not sure that this San Antonio Spurs staff could have envisioned the offensive explosion that he's had throughout the course of this year.
Oh my goodness! Another highlight from the young fella.
Blocked by Castle. Fourth overall pick, sky high. Okay, but Castle jumps over Wade.
Whenever they've asked of him, he has responded.
To an offensive foul on Phoenix's number 17, Quentin Martin. It'll be Celtics basketball side up. Don't miss the action at the TD Garden. Tickets for upcoming Celtics home games are available now through Ticketmaster, the official marketplace of the Boston Celtics. Visit Celtics.com/tickets to get yours.
Time now for the Chaz Roberts cool play. Chaz Roberts serving since 42. Suns handful of times been able to get out on transition tonight.
Yeah, it hasn't been much, but the Suns have, I thought, tried to execute extremely well in this game, dealing with a very good defense. And we've gotten a few opportunities like this. Now, was it an offensive foul? You can argue it was. But I think it was made more of an offensive foul by the blood that's pouring down Porzingis' face.
Yeah.
And so I've seen so many times where guys have used their off elbow that didn't lead to that.
Yeah, I think you were spot on there. Blood is always going to garner a little more attention as Grayson Allen.
Is Bobo standing up over there in the corner?
Just the 7th Phoenix turnover, so they've done a better job of taking care of the basketball tonight. 5 for Boston. They are number 1 in the league in terms of taking care of the basketball at not quite 12 per game. Kevin Hauser misfires on the 3.
So that's going to make this interesting against this second unit.
Here is Jones, Pritchard defending.
Bradley.
Baseline, sneaks the pass inside to Richards. A little jump hook over to
That's
Fournette.
stupid.
Off the mark. Brown able to get inside on Allen.
That's even stupider.
And 1.
And even stupider.
And
even stupider.
Grayson's not playing defense. Let me tell you something. You have to be down here on the floor to realize how big and strong that dude is.
Yeah.
Like, he's 6'6", but he is built like a tank. And Grayson has no chance against Jaylen Brown one-on-one that close to the basket.
Now, did you see his off-season workouts? He added a number of new things in his off-season workouts in order to add more explosiveness and strength as Tyus Jones deposits the 3 ball. But he was doing...
Was it lifting that 300 million he got?
Well, that was part of it. That was a leg day as Brown dropped it over the shoulder to Cornette. Allen on the attack. Tough reverse finish for Grayson Allen, who hits the deck.
3-point play.
Well, Boston's out of challenges. So, I mean, unless Missoula feels like he's worthy of another one, I don't see much of a contact there at all.
And Suns coach Mike Budenholzer is going to get teed up here.
Really? Why is Bud getting teed up? Come on.
No. It's not on Derek because Derek White is going. What? Derek White standing
That's
there
annoying,
going,
man.
I didn't say anything
Why?
to anybody.
I mean, I'm serious. Like, early buzzer, Tech's on
Why?
his own team.
Maybe we should check the records. Did they get 4 challenges tonight? Brown, 31 on the night for Brown, now in his 9th season. Needs to play in now 4 of the next 5 to qualify for the NBA awards.
So the Celtics made their free throw from the
Boston team,
Tech,
as we talked before the game tonight.
but
clearly
now
not
Grayson
going to
Allen
catch
gets a free throw.
Cleveland at the top spot in the East.
Yeah, again, they've earned that right by what? Winning consistently early in the year.
So that will
And
pretty
winning
much
against teams
offset.
they're supposed to be. That's the beauty of being able to rest before the playoffs.
Richard head down, spins inside. Tyus Jones playing like a defensive back, gets the steal.
Nice.
An easy 2.
Listen, Suns have played, I think, well the last 2 games.
That was very good, Tyus.
Brown, the lob to Cornette.
This guy is massive.
2 free throws here.
Well, you think about it, kid. This is year 8 for Luke Cornette. And, you know, it's clearly taken a while, as it does for big men, and some big men longer than others. But, you know, he played a role last year in their championship run. Last 6 games, he's averaged over 10 points per game, 74% from the field. Of course, they're all shots just like that. 8 rebounds.
I've never seen him take a jumper.
No. Don't think you ever will. Unless somehow the ball hands up in his hands and the shot clock expiring. He went in to do damage again, and Bradley Beal would have none of it. They ran that same play on the little lob. 3 on Brad now.
I'm glad Brad survived that. That's not, the Brad's relentless in that. It's a good foul. That's what I was, wanting in the first half. When he was in there and he was getting dunks. Like, he'll put you on the floor. I mean, you gotta be aggressive against big guys and not allow him to get that layup. So I applaud Brad for going for it. I'm just glad he escaped.
Got to be fired up is Florida Gators. Final 4 this weekend, along with our esteemed producer and director Mark Goldberg.
Before it's all said and done, Tyus Jones and Grayson Allen, they're the ones that's going to be smiling. Brad's having one of those nights as he comes back. I mean, that was all the way in and out.
Pritchard spins to the baseline, finds Fournette again. Kicks it out to Hauser. In and out, no.
Nice.
Trying to get the throw down of the putback.
Come on. They'll do the shot clock thing.
Releases up the screen, lines up the 3-ball, no. 3-point shot has just not been there tonight for Phoenix. 8 of 28. Fournette gathers. Nick Richards with a block, and they'll get to go 10.
Jaylen Brown putting a delay of game on.
Timeout, 8:31 to go here in Boston. Celtics in front.
With nominee number 1 and nominee number 2.
We are here to participate in the first ever NBA Total Health Platform Walk. Give it up for you guys. This is history.
This is amazing. It's all about community and staying together, and what total health means to me. It's about continuing to move, whether we start with our children, and as we start to get older and as we get more seasoned, keep moving.
Doing events like this where we can kind of all come together for like a common goal and be able to just get to know each other. And I think it's a really cool opportunity, and it's definitely special.
Girls Track in the house. We are on a mission to increase life expectancy for Black women by 10 years and 10 years, and we do that one step at a time, one block at a time, one neighborhood at a time.
Movement is key. Movement is important. Total health is something that we all can take advantage of. But remember, you only have one body. Take care of it.
Young B. This is my first points in the game.
Bradley Beal sends it and hits it for 3.
That was a 3. Look at that. I gotta get back to that. Catch and shoot 3. I think I only had like 6 or 8 points or something like that. I didn't shoot it great. I got to play against D. Waiters. D. Waiters was in my draft class. Feels like it was so long ago, man.
Boston leading Phoenix with 8:31 to go here in the fourth quarter, and it's time for the Miller Lite moment. Suns rookie big man Jose Iguodala getting his 4th career start here tonight.
Performed well. I mean, he knows what his strengths are. It's right there.
Alex Ovechkin
And he's
just did something crazy. He tied for the most goals ever in NHL history.
Without having a jump shot. But he needs to get one.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to continue to work on it. I watched him shoot before the game. It's not the prettiest sight. But the fact that he is working on it. And the first thing you overcome when your shot is not pretty is the embarrassment of somebody watching you shoot.
Right.
And I don't think it bothers him. But now he's got to get to the point where he really works on it in the offseason. Because, he's quite honest, it's costing him a nice chunk of money. he started making a jump shot. He's got something to deal with.
Put back at 10, blocked away. Hauser trailing the play. Catches in on the 3. First 3-point knockdown of the night. 86% of his shots come from behind the arc. Skip past Jones on the drive. catch and shoot. Being drafted here. Quick trigger coming from Royce. Can't connect.
It's just a difference in the NBA game. That was a 1-on-4 3. I can't even imagine Cotton Coach try to tell me to leave the stadium. Get out
And leave your bag. Hauser able to slip in baseline there. Well, Hauser, another undrafted player, but that successful 2-year run for him garnered a 4-year, multi-year deal at $45 million. Signed on to stay with the Celtics after helping capture championship number 18, and Booker able to drive to the basket. He's got 32, the 127th career 30-plus point game on the road by Booker. That is the most by any guard in the NBA since 2015.
Barry White wanted to make up for that air ball.
Booker working on White, gets across the lane, leans
There
in.
you go, Buck.
That's great offense. Because White was not expecting Devin to do that, and he paid a price. And you can't argue with that. That is a pro move right there. And that's something Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, like Jaylen Brown helped him up. Say, hey, Derek, you got pop, but that was a good move.
I can appreciate that.
I can appreciate that.
You said you didn't need 70 for Book tonight, but you needed a big night, and he has done as much as he can. He'll continue to do so here.
No, it's Suns ball.
Field. Jason Tatum. Great check back in. Boston 24-13 here at home. They're actually better on the road, 32-7. Best road mark in the NBA. Jaylen Brown's going to take his seat. His night.
Oh no, it's not Suns ball. It's Celtics ball.
Is over with. 31 points, 10 of 16 from the field in 28 minutes. Tatum fights over the top. Going to get the finger roll.
Shows how long Jason Tatum. Yeah. Not about height, his arms. You look at his arms, I mean, they're down.
So Suns retain
It's
possession.
down past his kneecaps. I'm telling you. People don't realize it's not about how tall you are. It's your extremities, man. You got long arms. You have an advantage.
Booker able to get to the left hand, fading back off the elbow.
Not even worth playing.
Here comes Holiday, two-time champ, one for the Bucks, one for the Celtics. Horford can't get it, but White sneaks in. Feel there in the save as they tried to lob it up to Tatum. And the St. Louis natives sharing a little laugh. Tyus Jones can't get the 3 ball from the corner. Tatum gathers the loose ball
Typical
rebound.
Boston, right? They have a lead. And you know the Suns are going to take this. They're trying to get back in the game. So, like, it just didn't matter. Like, the time of the game or anything with this team, like, their MO is to shoot threes, and they won't deviate from it.
Well, they average 48 attempts per game. And they also average a league best 18 makes per game. Royce lines up the 3 ball, splash down.
Royce O'Neal, I mean, quiet as kept, man. He has shown that he has become a tremendous
But I think it's over.
three-point shooter. And he's had his streaks during the course of this season, but ultimately he's going to finish with a very high percentage. And it's just amazing his ability to change like he has, to just being that guy.
A career year for Royce, 42% from downtown. That's good for 14th in the league. Sidestep 3 cover of a Booker and book it. Timeout on the
Book
floor.
gets that. That's my boy.
95.
The man's been playing well.
Here come the Celtics. Clock will start when it's touched. Havlicek touches it. It began. 3 seconds. Hondo
Sad thing is the Suns have him. Buck's been pulling his weight, but everyone else hasn't. Or it's just been like other people have been injured. Others could still pull their weight more.
It's tied again. I don't believe it. Garfield heard at the buzzer, threw one in outside. We've got a third overtime at a Boston game.
About you now.
Well,
fucking bitches behind me.
Boy, it might be
fucking your mom really good.
When you consider
fucking your bitches. Fucking your dad like I do. About you now.
Playing later, the Kings
So
the Kings kind of riding the ship, and so with a loss here tonight by the Suns, if they're not able to complete this comeback, they'll lose another step to Sacramento.
Yeah, and again, scoreboard watching is one of the most nerve-wracking things you have to do as a fan.
This game is over.
I downright hated it. In a number of years, I did that, and it's just you just rather just finish it yourself than not have to worry about it. But now, you know,
there you go, Grayson.
Not from the Kings. The Kings game is over. They won.
Or it was Colin, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, like, and they play tonight. I mean, they play what, a Clipper team.
Yeah.
Playing very well, but it's just the back and forth you go. And it's just debilitating mentally to go through that.
Luke Cornett giving a slip down the lane.
Well, whoever has worked with Luke Cornett is obviously that guy needs a percentage because he is going to be a valuable guy now.
O'Neal could get the loose ball. Tatum does.
And that is officially going to do it. The Celtics are going to win this game.
Iguodala tying his career high with 12. Love to see the young man maybe get another bucket here to register new career scoring mark. Gunn, catch it, shoot three. White for the rebound. The Suns are going to bring in some of the bench guys. Damian Lee, Bull make their way to the scorer's table. Boston will remain here at home. They'll take on Washington on Sunday as Drew Holiday down in the paint. Get a timeout. Substitutions can be made.
This is going to look like, you know, if you didn't watch the Suns game, you look at the score, you're going to say, man, they just got blown out again. And yeah, they're going to lose by a good number. But they really competed in this game. The Celtic team was just too much. I mean, without KD here and that full complement to complete it with Bradley Beal back, who just struggled tonight, without a doubt. I didn't expect a ton, but I expected better than 0 for 7. I'm sure Brad would say the same. But the effort is there, and that's all you can ask for against a very talented basketball team that played all of their guys.
And there you see the standings. Phoenix, Sacramento will conclude the regular season in Sacramento a week from Sunday.
And what's happening here, the loss column is always important, and the Suns are only, you know, 1 back and 2 behind Dallas. But also, the win column is a problem now because you got to win.
Well,
so
and
it's
remember,
not about backing up now.
Come on.
Yeah, I see that, but okay. You get multi-view and multiple angles.
What about low?
parking lot.
He's been on a heater of late, 16 for 33 from downtown. Over the last several games is Colin. Going to get the fade to drop.
See, but the thing with Colin, and again, he's going to grow, right? You see a different player in these situations here where the game is over, and he's very aggressive. I would just love to see him aggressive during the meaty part of the game offensively. I just think people will be surprised at his offense.
The Suns will fall to 35 and 42. At 12 and 27 on the road.
Bad season.
Quick splash.
That's what I mean.
From Gillespie.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll watch the Celtics player interview.
They're running offense here. Joe Mazzulla telling them to run a play. Yes, Xavier Tillman on the block, out to Walsh, open wing three. Comes up short. X working on the glass. Shireman comes away with an elbow jumper, no. And Cody Martin with the rebound. The shot clock is turned off. Celtics going to move to 19-2 following a loss this season. Bol out to Vasa Micic. The Suns get 2 more, but it's just cosmetic. It'll be a 20-point win for the Celtics on this Friday here at the Garden. A nice bounce back after the loss to Miami Wednesday.
So the Celtics win 123-103 against the Suns.
Nice game for Devin Booker with 37 points.
A lot of 2-point field goals. You can see how skilled he is. But for the Celtics, nice little practice game.
It's like the road ahead for somebody playing to fitness home of the judgment-free zone. Here's the upcoming schedule for the Celtics. Sunday against the Wizards. Last 2 games on the road of the season, Knicks and Magic, and then Hornets back home for 2. And after that, it is off to the playoffs, baby.
The big play of the game is presented by Vistaprint. If Boston needs it, Vistaprint prints it. Jason Tatum, watch this hezzy and go. Right there. Got done twisted around. Rises up, throws it down. And a 3-point play. That is your Vistaprint big play of the game.
The player of the game brought to you by the Chevy Silverado. Head to your New England Chevy dealer where new models are arriving weekly and secure yours today. It's Jaylen Brown, 31 points in just 28 minutes. Super efficient in the process. Next game is Sunday against the Wizards. Our coverage begins at 5:30 with pregame live presented by...
I guess they didn't do an interview. Anyway. Anywho. I'm gonna go to bed now. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Suns lose 103-123. Gotta update that. Yeah, anyway, I was texting Nick. Tonight the Celtics win 123-103. For the Suns, Royce O'Neal had 12 points. Ryan Dunn had 5. Osa Ighodaro had 12. Bradley Beal had 1 point. It's kind of rare just to get 1 point. Like, that's a pretty rare. Like, one. The beginning of this game started off with 1 point. It was 1 free throw for the Celtics. It was 1-0. That's a rare score in basketball, and rare to just finish off with that many points. But yeah, Bradley Beal had 1 point. Devin Booker had 37. He was amazing tonight, but the other fucking the rest of the team sucks. Yeah, I love the guys, I love the boys, but they suck. Tyus Jones was good, I guess. Grayson Allen had 8. Colin Gillespie had 8. Nick Richards had 4. Cody Martin had 4. Tyus Jones, like I said, he was good. He had 12. Damian Lee had 0. Bol Bol had 0. Visa Micic had 0. And then Monte Morris and Mason Plumlee both did not play in this game. Jaylen Brown had 31 points. Jason Tatum, this is for the Celtics. So yeah, Jaylen Brown had 31 points. Jason Tatum had 23. Kristaps Porzingis had 15. Derek White had 12. Drew Holiday had 4. Peyton Pritchard had 10. Luke Cornett had 12. Al Horford had 7. Hauser had 5. Peterson had 0. Tillman had 0. Walsh had 0. Shearman had 2. Kada had 2. And then Torrey Craig did not play. So yeah. Yeah, fuck me. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and peace out.